Hey everyone. Of course, I hope you're doing well through these complicated times, pandemic and otherwise, that you're safe and optimistic through it all, however involved you may be. Now, January recently ended, so of course time to talk a little bit about what I got over the month, as well as later Christmas stuff. Starting off in toys, there is Double Crosser from the Transformers Earthrise line. A Battlemaster who turns from a two-headed Decepticon robot into a kind of road or ramp piece, particularly a useful intersection, potentially four-way, or a shield for other compatible figures. So that's pretty cool. Also, of course, comes with a little battle effect piece to simulate explosions and whatnot. Then there's also Fasttrack, the last of the four main weaponizer figures, started in Siege. Like Cog, Six Gun, and Brunt before him, he's kind of meant to be a partner to a Titan figure, in this case Scorponok. So he transforms into a combat buggy, but can also reconfigure into weapons and gear for other figures, or turn to a spear for Scorponok to somewhat hold. Not entirely sure about that last mode, but still very happy to have him. Nice upgrade to a little 80s partner figure, like all the others. Over to movies, there is Love and Monsters. This sci-fi action rom-com sort of thing about a young man who hopes to reunite with his old love, but first has to travel the distance across a post-apocalyptic landscape where various wildlife has since mutated into dangerous monsters. Seems like this kind of came and went when it comes to popularity and impact, but it had good reviews. It's still well regarded as at least a fun little diversion, so still happy to blind buy it. Going into Criterion new releases, there is the Blu-ray of Minding the Gap, released in 2018, directed by Bing Liu. This coming-of-age documentary about him and two other young men kind of exploring family dynamics and stuff, and especially their shared love of skateboarding. Sounds like an interesting perspective on things, so happy to check it out. Back to Transformers Earthrise toys. There is either the or a Quintesson Judge, the namesake five-faced kind of aliens from classic Transformers media. Comes with a little effects piece to hover in, adjustable tentacles, little gun, kind of command chair, and 5 rotating faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But also can transform into sort of a prison tower and cell to keep smaller figures trapped. Regardless of the transformation, I'm happy to have this goofy little representation of an interesting alien with quite a bit of history in the franchise. And with those 3, I believe I'm pretty much done with Earthrise collecting. I think that's about it for Wave 3 and otherwise. Over to comics. From IDW, there is issue 26 of Transformers rebooted ongoing continuity. Written by Brian Ruckley, art by Anna Malkova. Overall exploring Megatron and Optimus Prime in their own distinct ways, working on securing useful command structures for the Decepticon and Autobot forces. And also, issue 27. Still written by Brian Ruckley, but this time with art by Fico Ossio. Showing the battle between Nova Star's Autobots and Slipstream's Decepticons, fighting for the Winged Moon that was recently endangered, but narrowly saved. And from Dark Horse, the one-shot graphic novel Avatar: The Last Airbender, Toph Beifong's Metal Bending Academy. I believe taking place after the events of The Rift. Toph is hoping to settle back into her teaching career and whatnot, away from adventures. But through good and bad, some old friends like Sokka, Suki, and others come to visit. Written by Faith Erin Hicks, art by Peter Wortman. Still like these continuations, so this is bound to be a fun one as well. And for my second Criterion purchase, there is, let's see, The Ascent. Released in 1977, directed by Larissa Shepitko. This Soviet drama about 2 resistance fighters in Nazi-occupied Belarus, hoping to survive and keep fighting for their cause. Not very familiar with her work, but apparently this was her last feature, actually. I think her most acclaimed. So, definitely be an interesting snapshot of her short career. And like usually at this point I only have 3 booster packs from the Transformers trading card game from Wave 4 Siege 2. There were some purchasing and shipping complications with trying to get some for Wave 5 Titan Master's Attack. Whether or not they get here, or I have to find some other means, I'll try to make up for it in the February purchases. But for now, these include 1 large and 1 small Transformers character card, each plus 6 battle cards. And written here to help remember, among the character cards, I got Private Sea-Watch, as well as extras of the upper half of Sergeant Skytread, Raider Ratbat, Private Smokescreen, Raider Needler, and Sergeant Crosshairs. So yeah, not the greatest purchasing situation and results, but I'm still happy to collect. And I'll see how things are coming up. And actually just one later Christmas thing. This time, the DVD set of Gargoyles Season 2, Volume 1. It was a bit of a goof in not getting it at Christmas. And I had to search eBay for a good condition and decently priced copy, since it's probably out of print or something. This includes, I forget how many episodes, I assume 26? But anyway, obviously fills the gap between Season 1 and then Season 2, Volume 2 of the hit Disney cartoon, sci-fi fantasy adventure that I'm happy to revisit. And I believe that is it. Pretty toned down January compared to how December was. And even with the trading card issues, still got a nice variety of things. Toys and game, movies and TV, comics. See how things keep going for February. Some plans, probably some surprises. And so, like I said at the beginning, hope you're doing well through all this, with a combination of carefulness and looking ahead. So, I believe with that, I'll see you in early March to talk about the February purchases, and who knows, maybe some more later Christmas gifts. See you later, folks.